What's up, everybody? We got another jam-packed one at Radio Row in San Francisco, DLLS Cowboys podcast. Everything that we know about Cowboys' new defensive coordinator, Christian Parker, from talking to so many folks out here, the greatest analyst in college football, Brian Jones, is going to join the show. We are chock full of stuff, and it starts, meow.
It's media night.
All the players talk to the media, and it's a circus.
And now you're here. So.
Excited, very excited. We've already got some big guests on tap.
Hola. Go ahead.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the DLLS Cowboys podcast live from Radio Row in San Francisco. And, of course, it's powered by our friends at Prize Picks. Download the app today. Use the code DLLS. You get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. And our friends at Ownwell. Stop overpaying and start saving with Ownwell at ownwell.com/Texas. We have a huge show today with guests, with interviews that Clarence has gotten, with all sorts of greatness. And also, we want to let you know that today is our big old Big Brothers, Big Sisters show, okay? These are our partners. We've been partnering with them all year. And we want to remind everyone to support youth mentorship nationwide. Today, the Super Chat button is a donate button, and we're trying to beat the other. We're trying to beat the other cities when it comes to donating to Big Brothers Big Sisters. What they do is they match kids with caring, consistent mentors. A lot of kids are still waiting for someone to show up. Mentorship equals leadership, accountability, and community, the same values we talk about in sports. This is all city, our city, and so we're using the biggest week in sports to make an impact off the field. So if you could, instead of a Super Chat today, it would be a donation to our friends at Big Brothers Big Sisters.
Yeah, and this is an incredible thing. You know, I did go to Taco Bell for Big Brothers and Big Sisters.
You said what?
I went to Taco Bell.
Yeah, we still have to foot race.
We still have to foot race. Yeah, don't get shook out of that right there. You know what I mean?
I think we do it today.
I'm with you. But no, this is a great
crackhead.
This is a great organization.
They're stuck in a hunched over. They can't go running.
It's a great organization, man. And please, if you're looking to donate all your Super Chats, if you've been holding on to them all week, need to make them today for the Big Brothers and Big Sister donation.
So Clarence was again on the prowl. Clarence and John are absolutely the MVPs of Super Bowl week. Jesse, you do a great job. I just sit down and say hi to everyone. But yeah, everyone else does a great job. But Clarence is an absolute machine. John is an absolute machine. And so Christian Parker is the new Cowboys defensive coordinator. And what we're going to start the show with today is giving you the things that we know about Christian Parker based on talking to other people about Christian Parker. So What you're going to see here is you're going to see Clarence Hill with Ian Rapoport, with Tom Pelissero, with Eagles linebacker Zack Baun from the Pro Bowl, and with Milton Williams at Media Night, now the Patriots defensive tackle, who was a Philadelphia Eagle, just to get a vibe and get what we know from all of these people about the Cowboys' new defensive coordinator. Here we go.
What do you know about Christian Parker? Ian Rapoport, obviously.
Christian Parker.
NFL reporter czar.
Christian Parker, man. I've been hearing about Christian Parker for the last couple of years. I actually, every year, yeah, there we go. Appreciate you. It's a great, so you don't get any free stuff. Yeah, you wish. So every year, when I make my decisions to go around different teams for training camp, I go to some of the good teams, I go to the teams with new coaching staffs, and I go to the places where I want to meet someone, okay? So a couple years back, I went to Philly, because I'm like, I heard they got a secondary coach that is going to be a rising star.
Right.
And that was Christian Parker. And we sat down and we talked for a half hour, and I left being like, I don't know what that guy's going to do, but he's going to be okay.
Right.
Now look, defensive coordinator is a different job. I get it. You know, it's all a step up, and we'll see. But I've been hearing about this guy for a while, and I feel like the Cowboys got a really, really budding star.
Yeah, all we hear is genius. He's 33 years old.
So what? I knew I was a genius at 33, didn't you?
Yeah, we did.
33 is not that young.
It's not
really
that
not
young?
anymore. It's really not.
Okay.
You can't all be Vic Fangio.
I mean, but check this out. 7
Now, look.
years, he started the league, quality control coach. 7 years later, the defense coordinator. That's a meteoric rise.
It is.
And we've
agree.
seen coaches and we've
agree.
seen their journeys.
I agree. However, that's really the only way you get to hire one of these guys.
Right.
You know, is you got to take a little bit of a leap of faith, and you got to say, I've never seen this guy do this, but I trust based on the tools that he can.
I don't know if you've gotten to meet Christian yet.
Not yet.
Super sharp young dude. He was in Denver. That's where I first met him. Obviously, he spent time with the Eagles. He's trained under Vic Fangio. Everywhere he's been, people talk about him as like he's the next guy. And I give Shadi credit on this. It'd be very easy to go, I'm going to hire whatever. I mean, nothing against older guys, but I'm going to hire some 60-year-old defensive coordinator. His four-stop, want the experience. He's going, dude, I want like a young guy with juice. I want somebody who's going to inject something into him because the defense is more talented. They got to figure out the edge rusher spot, but they have upgraded the talent with trading for Quinnen, obviously.
In the interior.
In the interior.
You got
to figure out the corners. You got to figure out the pass rushers. I'm well aware.
They got some linebackers.
But
They need help in a few places.
You do have more players here. Christian is going to bring in a very distinct attitude. He's going to bring in a great expertise. I would imagine running a very similar style of defense to what you've seen the Eagles run even last year to win the Super Bowl.
Can you just talk about Christian Parker and what the Cowboys are going to get with Christian Parker?
Yeah, super detail-oriented, smart football mind. Very, very good. He's a player's coach. He's always looking at insights from the players and asking us what they like and what they're trying to do as well.
I mean, young guy, 33, the scheme. I mean, what kind is he, a genius? I mean, people call him a genius all the time.
I think he's a genius. He's done some really good stuff for us, and it's worked out really well.
One quick question about Christian Parker. He became the Cowboys defense coordinator. Certainly, he was with the Eagles last year. What are your thoughts on him? What do you know about him, and how do you think he's going to do in Dallas?
Man, he's going to do great out there. Smart dude. Obviously, been learning from Fangio for a lot of his career. Smart dude. You see what he's been doing for the DBs in Philly, the young boys, Q and Quinion. Slay was there. He know what he's talking about. He got them boys playing. Dallas made a great move going to get him. He's gonna do great out there.
All right, now, are you guys okay if I ask you a question?
Better be a question.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Are you eating the cheese? That's what Parcells said, eating the cheese.
We believe in the hype.
Are you? Yes,
That's what it is.
that would be another way to say it. But I said it the way I meant to say it. Are you eating the cheese?
I am.
Because I like cheese.
Cheese is good.
I love cheese.
Cheese is good.
You talked about cheese as your best condiment.
Oh no, I think it might be the best food ever.
Yeah, it's not food. It's not a food like that.
It can be.
No, it's a.
My lady just eats the
It's an
string cheeses.
accessory. It's not the main course.
Yeah, okay, maybe it's not better than a ribeye, but cheese is real good. Are you eating the cheese? Say a little bit.
I'm not eating the cheese yet. I am hopefully.
You're looking for cautiously optimistic.
No,
aren't you?
I'm hopefully.
No?
I'm not cautious. I'm hopefully optimistic, and I'm walking around the cheese.
You're eyeballing that cheese.
I'm eyeballing the cheese.
It's a wheel of cheese, and you are rolling it a little
I'm
bit.
looking around. I'm like, provolone, Swiss,
cheddar.
Cheddar's always better.
American, I don't
Sharper
think it's a
mile.
real cheese, but it's a good.
I would like, and everybody calls him a genius and everything else. You remember when Parcells' second year, when they fired
No.
defense coordinator, brought in Dan Quinn, proven commodity, and we love Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn's gonna do this. Dan Quinn's do that, right?
Parcells brought it down?
My mind's gone break. Mike McCarthy.
Okay.
It's like,
I was like, man, I missed that era.
I was just thinking about all the different coaches and all the different hype that comes every time there's a new hire coming in. I'm just thinking recently when Mike McCarthy, after his first year, we had the worst defense ever until this year was the worst defense ever.
Yeah.
And they brought in Dan Quinn, and a lot of the hype regarding Dan Quinn. The difference with the hype regarding Dan Quinn, where Dan Quinn's going to make a difference, we're excited about this hire. He was a proven commodity.
Yes.
Super Bowl champion, defense coordinator, head coach, took a team to the Super Bowl. There was some substance behind the hype. This time, worst defense ever, bring a new guy in. We like what he's potential. It's all about
potential.
Betting on the come.
Yes,
We're
that's
betting on
a
the
phrase.
come.
That's a phrase. Yeah.
It's all about what we believe he can do. It's
we want us some glory hole,
but
we like it. We would like
which is an oil term.
Yeah, but we're betting on the come. And so you talk to everybody, and they talk about he's a genius. Listen to Rapoport and everybody else. He's a rising star, and I knew it way back when. And the former his players from the Eagles and they talk about everybody's hyped. And again, the best thing about this, other than him, is the process. You know, we like the fact how Shoddy did it. You know, and all the guys that they interviewed got jobs. So, you know, he was hunting up the right tree, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, everybody likes him and the potential. But again, it's all about the players. You still need players.
You do.
We're gonna get some players.
And let's be honest, right? Whatever the level is of excitement for a coach on any team, in any conference, and you know what I'm saying, on any coast, when it comes to the Cowboys, the excitement is always leveled up one.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying that Christian Parker isn't a home run hire. I like the hire, love the process. I've searched, we have not heard one negative about Christian Parker. And that's a positive.
And we just went a whole calendar year where there's not a single quote from a single player or coach about what a good coach our DC is.
Right.
Not one.
And so that is the absolute plus about Christian Parker, is that no matter what door you knock on, what corner you turn, when you mention the name, the excitement, the things that are said about him, all positive.
Yeah.
Right? All positive. And then granted.
And they usually are. New guy, we always say, oh, yeah, this is going to be great.
But even the other people have said, like, great things about him. Like, you know, Ian Rapoport, you heard Tom, like, everybody's saying great things about this coach. It's higher. But will we, and I say we as in the Cowboys, match the energy of the teams that he's been a part of with players?
Right.
Because every great coach had great players. And if you're asking Christian Parker to turn into sugar, that may not always work.
Yeah.
You absolutely need some players to make that stir a little bit more easier.
Right. I mean, you go back to, again, Dan Quinn in Seattle. You know, all the great players, defensive player of the year, and those type of players. That's why the defense was great, in addition to him.
Yeah.
But that's why the Legion of Boom was great. They had great players.
It's in concert. When you're a great coach, when you're a coach and you have great players, I'm able to do so much more. I'm able to do things because I'm like, you know what? Hey, Earl Thomas, guess what you can do?
Right.
You can start 5 yards from the line of scrimmage, and because you're so talented, you'll get to the deep third.
Right.
You know, you can't do that.
Yeah, Nick Saban go to Rice and win, okay? You can win in Alabama because you recruit, you get 5 stars. Go to Rice and win. Sorry, Jara, but go to Rice and win.
Yeah, why are you firing shots? Houston is a nice city.
It's a great
Rice
city.
is a lovely campus.
Go to Rice and win.
Great junior was the quarterback at Rice.
No, you know.
I have a reference point for
Belichick win in Cleveland.
I have a reference point for Rice being a little bit tougher. When I was at Abilene Christian, I was playing with a guy named John Brock. He left us to go to Rice. He said they played against Texas the next year, and he beat one of the guys who went to the league at corner like a drum on a post.
Right.
And he was like, 80-yard tutty, baby.
And it
the
was
dude
6 to 7.
off. It's like, oh, it's a little different. A little different.
Yeah.
So, it's tougher to win. Tougher to win it right.
Yeah, so, but you always need players. I mean, we see Belichick, great coach of the league. North Carolina ain't so easy, is it?
Hey, relax.
Well, I don't think
it ain't so
Bill's
easy.
not a great coach anymore. Bill's not trying to coach anymore. Bill's busy.
Relax, man.
Bill absolutely fell apart when he started chasing. Like he
22-year-old.
He ain't here to. Jesse's the one who pointed this out. Like Bill Belichick, everything he's ever preached as a coach that made him a great coach is blown up the moment his girlfriend's hanging out on the sideline.
Yep.
The moment. Like his entire structure and system is non-existent.
I bet if she was hanging out the sideline in New England, they'd still be winning.
I bet if she was hanging out on the sideline in New England, she wouldn't have been, because that's not how he was working
Right.
then. We don't do distractions.
Because
We
if you
work.
let her hang out, then you got to let Gronk and his people hang out. You got to let Aaron Hernandez and his people hang out, and Julian Edelman and his people hang out. And that wasn't the case
we
in New
ain't
England.
doing that.
As John shakes his head in the back like, I'm just saying.
Best not to worry about it. Again, I'm seeing a zero burger at the moment. We can't have that throughout the show. I'm looking for the wealthy listeners. You know, I'm not looking for anybody that you can't pay the mortgage or the rent if you donate to Big Brothers Big Sisters. But today the super chat button is a donate button for our friends at Big Brothers Big Sisters, because we love them and we want to make a difference. So if you have that ability to do so, please do. And today is the day that we're going to do our best across 5 different cities to raise as much as we can for Big Brothers Big Sisters. And it would mean a lot to us if you would be a part of that. GM Ben just dropped a 20 on it to get us started. So the boss put a 20 on it. And you guys go ahead. I will match the first hundo. I'll match the first hundo to Big Brothers Big Sisters. So go ahead and get in there and donate and help us out a little bit. We sure would appreciate it. Ben said he's donating for the Messy Mobile.
Okay. Oh, you want to be messy? We got Manti Te'o next to us.
What's messy about that? Great former linebacker.
Let's go find his girlfriend.
Let's not do that with him 12 feet away.
Can we go ask him about his girlfriend?
No, can you shut up? He's not wearing headphones or nothing. He can hear you.
We got Brian Jones coming. Brian Jones can take him.
Coming up next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast, the greatest college football analyst on planet Earth, Brian Jones of CBS, is going to join us next. Let's talk about our friends at Prize Picks. I love Prize Picks. If you guys don't realize this yet, I'm on Prize Picks about 73 times per day because it's how I fill my time, really. Prize Picks is incredible. All you got to do is you say, hey, I think so-and-so is going to have more or less than his projected stats in this game. When it's football, obviously you're talking about whatever stat you think of. Passing yards, rushing yards. You can do touchdowns. You can do tackles. You can do carries. You can do all sorts of things. And I actually like to move things around a little bit. It changes how much I get back if I win, but I like to make the game a little bit easier for me in my daily fantasy. Prize Picks is incredible. I hate that the Eagles are out of it because I had a great time picking less than on everything A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts because I cheer for chaos. It's kind of what I do on Prize Picks. Do it across every sport. It's tons of fun. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use the code DLLS. You get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code DLLS, and it gets you $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. Also want to talk about our friends at Ownwell, ownwell.com/Texas. Don't pay more than you need to for property taxes. They go up every year. I get it in January every year. Hey, your mortgage is suddenly more because your property taxes went up. Ownwell is the experts at this. They protest those property taxes, get that thing brought down for you, and they're the best in the business. I don't know how to do all this. I don't want to go to some hearings. I don't know about the paperwork. I don't want to give up weekends. Ownwell does this. You sign up in 3 minutes, and they are going to take care of you. Local tax experts that know exactly what they're doing. You only pay if you save. 86% of their customers get their assessed values reduced and save on their property taxes. Put that property tax money back in your pocket in just minutes. So stop overpaying. Start saving with our friends over there at Ownwell. Sign up in 3 minutes at ownwell.com/Texas. I don't need you paying more than you're supposed to be paying, okay? They got you. OWNWELL.com/Texas. Here we come. Here we come.
You know Jesse Holland? Okay, yeah.
Oh, sorry about that. Welcome back, everybody. It's the DLLS Cowboys podcast. It's good to be with you, and we are joined by a special guest now, and he's in the big chair.
Big boy.
Today is our Big Brothers Big Sisters donation day. We're trying to raise money for our friends at Big Brothers Big Sisters, and so you are in the big chair.
All right.
And when I tell you this is the greatest college football analyst on planet Earth, bar none, hands down, Brian Jones. I mean every word I said.
Yeah. That's a ton of pressure.
That's what I'm going to start with. What I'm going to start with is not a question.
Okay.
It's just all the praise in the world.
When can I come back? I already booked my next visit.
Knowledge, personality, presentation, original thought. Like, you are absolutely the best in the business.
My man,
I'm
let me
so
call
happy
my
you're
agent.
here.
Hey, dog, you fired. Jeff is my new agent.
That's great. What percent was he getting? I'll go down. I'll take it down one. I'll take it down
I
one.
appreciate that, man. It's a pleasure to be with y'all. I know this old dude from way back in the day when I was transitioning in early life.
Don't
And
say transitioning.
oh, that's these days you can't say.
Well, you can say it. I mean,
Listen.
Transfer. He was the original transfer portal from UCLA to Texas. I was working for the Daily Texan. One of his homeboys, one of my frat brothers told me, hey, Brian Jones coming, we'll get this story. So I broke the story when he came to Texas from UCLA. Big time recruit when Texas was struggling.
Oh, big time struggling.
Big time.
I left LA and went there to the Lions Den. It wasn't too good back then, man. But we turned it around. That was a great thing about transitioning. I'm a co-op transition.
He was
transitioning.
transitioning.
Okay.
The original transfer portal, man.
Yeah.
Listen, I followed your career, and you've done a great job. Listen, I was at Texas. One minute eloquent speakers. playing linebacker at Texas.
Well, at a very young age, we were always implored to speak the King's English correctly. But I still garble it a few times, you know. But that's part of the journey, man. You're supposed to get that education. You're supposed to make it work for you, leverage it, and even though we were ridiculed where I grew up in the project, I was like, I'm gonna speak however I need to speak to get the hell out of this ghetto welfare existence.
Yeah, Brian, I just want to take it to the college landscape. You know, you talk about transferring from UCLA
Transitioning.
Transitioning.
Word of the day, folks.
We got to be careful saying transitioning.
No, you don't. We got
It's a word. It means whatever it needs to mean in the moment.
Guy up there, so we got to make sure certain words he's sensitive
Listen,
about.
we the same age. We the same family.
But you know, we live in this transfer portal and this NIL era. Like, how much are we out of control with this transfer portal NIL? And is there a pathway to get it back to a place where college football seems normal? If that makes
this is the new normal.
This is the new normal.
No, you might as well wrap your arms around it, embrace it. This is the new normal. I don't foresee any guardrails being erected anytime soon for the game. As far as the transfer portal, the coaches have always been able to been free to move about the country. Why not the players? I transferred not because I wasn't getting playing time. I played at UCLA, freshman All-American, all this, played as a sophomore, but my heart longed to be a Longhorn.
And the check was bigger.
No, there were no checks. That's why I didn't go to Texas initially.
There were
because
some checks.
No, SMU.
There were handshakes.
SMU had gotten the death penalty. That's the only reason I didn't start at Texas. So everyone was under investigation when I was being recruited. I go back to Texas. There were no checks, man. Them checks is dried up because of what happened at SMU. Right. But at UCLA, I was doing all right. Well, I left them checks. I left them checks to go to nothing because that Texas orange, is branded on my heart.
Southwest Conference.
What's that?
That was the Southwest
Conference, exactly.
When everybody was cheating.
Bingo. But
Eric Dickerson got that car.
Oh man, Dick told me some stories. We were teammates with the Colts. That's my boy. He told me some great stories from back in the day. But now these kids are taking transfer too far, in my estimation. I think the rule should be you can transfer once, don't have to sit out, immediately play. Transfer twice or anything further than that, you got to sit out, man. I mean, these 3 and 4 and 5 transfers, at some point, as grandma said, hey, boy, go somewhere, sit down and be still.
7, 8 years. I mean, what are
Miami
you
has another kid. This is his 8th year. It's ridiculous. I know you factor in the COVID years and all that, but wow. And no, it's not going back to yesteryear. The NCAA had an opportunity to be proactive decades ago. They sought to be greedy and protect the hustle under the guise of amateurism. And amateurism was a bull dookie from the start. And when these contracts, TV contracts that pay me got out of sort, if you will, and these coaches, their salaries start to elevate, you had to give the players something. That's the product on the field, man. And I've been a big proponent, not of what we're doing now, pay for play, but NIL, if it was truly NIL, that's supposed to be a marketing deal. I should be able to go out and get brand deals. That's not what's happening. This is strictly pay for play, and the kids are being robbed by these agents as well. Some of them. I don't want to generalize about all of them, but this 15 and 20% they're charging these kids, what ostensibly is supposed to be a marketing deal, it's not a marketing deal.
Right.
It's a pay for play deal, and that is Jesse, you should get 3%. That agent. That's
absolutely.
It. 3%, not 15, not 20%. So that bothers me.
I'll do it for 2, remember.
I got you. Oh, no, we're going to talk.
Listen. He went from bull dookie to ostensibly.
Well,
this man can speak.
That's
boy.
that's the range.
That's range.
Best in the world.
That's why he's the best.
Best in the world.
You called me early. Give me a couple hours.
Why are
right?
you here? Tell us what you.
I came here. I'm with Dr. Christina Gavignano, and she has developed a treatment for CTE. We're hoping it's going to go into trial studies here in a couple of weeks. It's already been approved for other afflictions, and the great thing about it is she has identified inflammation as the key driver in a lot of the afflictions in which we encounter, whether it's Parkinson, it's HIV, it's dementia, all those things, Alzheimer's. And she sees the same in CTE as well. And if we can mitigate or eliminate the inflammation, that may provide a roadmap for curing or reversing the effects of CTE. So those trials are forthcoming, and we're here to spread the word about that. And she's done some amazing work, partnered with the Harvard Institute and Chris Nowitzki and his group, man, that foundation who's always been at the forefront of this CTE conversation. So that's why I'm here. We're promoting Dr. Gavignano's work and her forthcoming studies.
This is Brian Jones from CBS, the greatest college football analyst on the planet by a mile.
Hey, you got the gig, all right?
Yeah.
You
By
got
a mile. And so, like, I love college football, but for 11 or 12 years now, like, I've been doing the analyzing tape study for the draft, right? So the draft is where I really love it,
Yeah.
but I love college football. Cowboys defense last year was
Bull Dookie.
Bull
Bull
Dookie.
Dookie.
Ostensibly Bull Dookie.
Ostensibly Bull Dookie.
played much better when they got Quinnen Williams.
it was transitioning.
Yeah.
It was
transitioning.
It was transit,
To
no
both
doubt.
From terrible to
Bull
whatever is next.
Yeah.
So my question for you is, amongst the college ranks and the guys who are draft prospects for this year, are you a believer that in a player being like a culture changer, the way they play, the way they approach it, and do you see any of those that you love in this draft?
Yes, they can be a cultural change, depending on the person and the manner of how they go about their business. I just emceed the Earl Campbell Tyler Rose Award, and they recognize Mean Joe Green, who doesn't like to be called Mean Joe Green anymore, just Joe Green.
Okay.
And just reading his bio and the things that Coach Knowles said about him back in the day, because he was the catalyst for the change there at Pittsburgh. They were perennial losers there. And Joe Green comes in with this fearless attitude, this toughness, and this work ethic that they hadn't enjoyed there previously. And the rest is history. Once they start stacking layer upon layer as far as players there. And so, yeah, you can bring guys in that have that work ethic. They don't have to be the yellers. And I'll go back to when I went to Texas. We say this in West Texas, where I'm from, Lubbock. There are a lot of riders and eaters. In high school, you ride the Greyhound, but you didn't contribute to the game or the outcome.
Right.
So we call them riders and eaters. You just ride the Greyhound and eat the chicken fried, man. That's all you do. And that's what we had in Texas. So we had to have a change of heart, a change of our mindset, get back down to the basics. And that's exactly what we did. Went from bottom dwellers in the Southwest Conference to number 3 in the nation. So I've seen it happen. I know it can happen, but you got to get the right guys in there. Who stands out? Now, what's the most pressing issue for that Dallas defense?
Everything not D tackle. Like, I asked the question kind of with a guy in mind. Like, when I
Who you got?
and I don't think they can
Bain?
get him. But when I watch Miami play,
Yes.
the way Bain plays,
Yes,
like,
relentless.
you can't not keep up with him or
Yes.
you'll look bad.
He and Messidor, and coming in the season, those were the two you were focused on. Then the rest of that defense caught up, and they were fabulous. Still shocked that they got all the way to the Natty, but they proved they were worthy of getting there. Definitely thought they were a playoff team. But yes, Bain. You don't think he'll be there for him? You don't think Cowboys?
My guess is he won't.
Yeah.
I would love it if the NFL hated safety enough that it could be Caleb Downs.
Yeah.
But I don't really know his personality.
That kid, man, is so. I interviewed him last year, Big Ten Media Days. He is the same, the defensive equivalent to Fernando Mendoza. He's a pro's pro. It took me a while when I got to the league to become a pro. I was caught up in the bright lights. But once you learn to be a pro's pro, and this kid Downs already is, you talk to him, you're like, man, this guy's a 10-year vet, man. Knows the game. He's smart as a whip. He's coachable. And he will elevate everyone else on that defense by his play and his leadership skills, which are not necessarily, vociferous.
Oh, my God.
Vociferous. Bull Dookie,
I can be
ostensibly, and
polysyllabic.
vociferous.
I can be polysyllabic every now and then.
Poly means many.
My man, Joe.
Now, this is Brian Jones, pretty good college football analyst. And we appreciate your time. Thank you.
Hooker.
Thank you
My
so
man
much.
right here. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you, man.
I appreciate that.
We should shout out during this segment, we did get some help from you guys for Big Brothers Big Sisters. So we want to thank those of you who have donated, including Vance, MD Rowe. We got some anonymous ones.
That's right.
Thank you, guys. Jay Phil is in there. Thank you, guys, and we want to keep them coming. This is our day to raise as much as we can for our friends at Big Brothers Big Sisters. And coming up next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast, let me see what is coming up next. And the answer is we've got Stefon Diggs yesterday. This is messy Mobile stuff. This is messy Mobile stuff.
No, it's
There is
not.
no reason we're talking Trevon Diggs, but we are next. Let us take a moment and talk about our guys at Mars Men. I'm 41 years old. The energy levels are not the same as they used to. Getting the same results that I used to in the gym for the same things I used to do, don't get the same results. And you know why that is? It's because as we get older, we don't have the same testosterone. We're not feeling the same. Suddenly you become a napper. You get an energy crash at 2 p.m. Mars Men, they can take care of this for you. Potent and natural testosterone stack. It optimizes your body's ability to forge usable testosterone. And it does this energy, strength, focus with no synthetics, no needles, no dependency. It's like hitting the reset button on your hormone factory instead of shutting it down. Just real natural ingredients from our friends at Mars Men. 90-day money-back guarantee as well. Our listeners get 50% off for life plus free shipping and 3 free gifts at mengotomars.com. It's a perfect way to kick off this new year strong. mengotomars.com. You get 50% off and 3 free gifts when you check out. When you purchase, they're going to say, hey, where'd you hear about us? Please support us and let them know it was us. DLLS. Also, shout out to our friends at Wild Fork Foods Meat and Seafood Market. It is my favorite place on planet Earth. I'm just going to tell you 2 things that I love at Wild Fork. You need to stop going to the grocery store. Go to Wild Fork for all of your meat needs. You need the meats, you get over there. The outside skirt steak and the chimichurri outside skirt steak that are pre-marinated, that's my jam because they do it so well. But they have over 700 items in there, including 500 of them at under $10 a pound, which, man, that's pretty darn good, ain't it? So hit them up. Wild Fork Foods Meat and Seafood Market. They got exotics as well. You want to have you some ostrich or some rabbit or some gator? Guess what? They got you. They got sides up there as well. You can make your whole meal at Wild Fork Foods. They're the best in the business, and frozen is fresher. At Wild Fork Foods Meat and Seafood Market, the organic grass-fed ground beef, 85% lean. It's $6 a pound. That's about the best I've seen out there. Try them out at one of their 9 area DFW locations. Get your meats from Wild Fork Foods. Don't stop going to the grocery store. Wild Fork is the best. It's my favorite place. Learn more at wildforkfoods.com. All right, we thank Brian Jones for joining us, my new client, as I launch my agency career. The great, he's the best. He's absolutely awesome. I'm a giant fan.
I didn't get to ask him about my Longhorns, winning that championship. We didn't get any Longhorn talk.
We didn't have time. We were
You were
busy.
talking about some other stuff.
Yeah, you
What
wanted to
job
get
is
messy.
about-
We were in a hurry to get to this so we could get messy. It is Big Brothers Big Sisters Day. He joined us in the big chair, and today the super chat button is a donate button because we want to help out our friends at Big Brothers Big Sisters. You can also do it at bbbs.com/allcity. And so we love that, and we appreciate all of you guys. Now, media night, Stefon Diggs is going to be playing in the Super Bowl. And I will tell you, there was things in here from Stefon Diggs that kind of surprised me, okay? And Clarence, you did go in just to be messy.
No, I didn't.
And this is different than Micah to me. I'm just going to tell you this. I just have to tell you.
Okay.
I will talk about Micah a lot because the decision to trade Micah Parsons ruined the Cowboys defense, maybe for a half decade. We'll see.
Right.
Maybe they can recover. It ruined the Cowboys defense. That matters a lot to me.
Right.
Trevon Diggs doesn't matter.
No.
Like, once upon a time, he was really good, and I think that's probably over. So you just went in there stirring up mess, which I don't appreciate.
I just want to let you guys understand, and we're a Cowboy-centric show.
Sure. So
We're at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Everything we do has a Cowboy point of view. And if we're at media night on Monday night, and we're there for 2 hours, I'm going to talk to people about the Cowboys. I'm not coming here to talk about the Patriots and the Seahawks in the Super Bowl. I don't, they were asking Stefon Diggs about Cardi B, and he's going to propose and ask about Bad Bunny. As a Cowboy-centric person, his brother played for the Cowboys, I'm going to ask him about his brother and what his brother's gone through. He talked about being a free agent and how people don't believe in him. And, people have bad things to say about him. He said, when I came to New England, I bet New England fans weren't saying good things about me.
Yeah.
All the other stops he've been through, but now they're talking good about me.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, you got any advice to Trevon as he navigates free agency and what he's gone through and how he goes through? So that's a relevant question to his brother.
Hit it.
What kind of advice have you been giving your brother as he navigates being a free agent for the first time and the criticism he took? You talked about the lessons you learned, how you evolved, or people have changed their minds about you based on your play. What kind of advice have you given Trevon?
I mean, I always tell my brother, like, don't take things personal from people that you don't know personally. Like, it's gonna be a million people that have opinions about you. Like, I got big shoulders. Like, I always say that. Like, I tell them, like, it's gonna be a million people that feel this about you, feel that about you. Personally, I don't give a excuse my language, but like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just like, who cares? You know what I'm saying? As long as you living right, you working hard, you trying your best, like, that's what it comes down to. Like, people gonna have a million opinions as to feel like what you should be doing or what you shouldn't be doing and X, Y, Z. But at the end of the day, you need to work hard, you need to be a professional, and I know he's gonna get another opportunity. He's a hell of a player. But for me, my only words to him is just keep going. You know what I'm saying? You young, you know what I'm saying? You gotta say my brother only like 27, 26. Like, these young men that we having their own personal experience, and I want him to learn and grow and become the best version of himself at the end of the day.
As a big brother, though, what he had to deal with this year, criticism about his workout, where he was working out. How tough was you to hear all that and see all that we was going through this year?
I take it with a grain of salt. I really just take it as, like, you know what I'm saying, I tell my little brother, you know what I'm saying, going with the right mindset, going with a positive attitude, bring a lot of positive energy, you know what I'm saying? You can't control the things that's going on around you. Be a professional and work hard. You know what I'm saying? That's how I try not to get, give me 1 second. I try not to get caught up in, like, he say, she say, because it don't matter at the end of the day. For me, I care about my brother, I love my little brother, and I want the best for him. So anybody talking mess about him, I wish I could go fight them all. I wish I could go Twitter at them all, or, you know, tweet them all, but, like, I can't. All I can do is try to make sure my little brother's in a good headspace. He's staying positive, he's staying grounded, and keeping focused on the things that matter most, not about what all the people say and all that, because I don't care about that, to be honest with you. It's just, you know what I'm saying, it's just words. At the end of the day, if you don't affect my bank account or you don't affect my family, what I care about it for?
So not that I care all that much, but I was kind of surprised by Stefon Diggs and some of that stuff. First, that he wants to fight us all, which I don't want to.
Well, you're not surprised about that.
I was not surprised by that. I was surprised. See, that was messy.
That's messy.
No, I was surprised by, because before, when you don't cover an individual player, all you know is kind of what you see on the internet. And so, like, my interpretation of Stefon Diggs as, like, a personality would have been more in line with my interpretation of Trevon Diggs as a personality. And Stefon,
he's much
plus boats and what's he handing to people and, like, all this different stuff. I'm like, man, party guy and all of this stuff, but comes back from injury quickly. Like, he's one of the guys that seems like he can actually balance it, where he is, I kind of have some fun, but also I am dialed in as a professional and doing my rehab and doing all of those things. And I don't think it necessarily applies to his little brother.
Yeah, you know what? With Stefon, like, he has that, and I say this.
He's a dog.
I say this with love and care. He has a little bit of that Michael Irvin in him.
Yeah.
Where he understands I can go and play and have fun and do things that normal folks probably can't do. But when it comes time to work, like, you look at Trevon's career, like, he has that underdog kind of feeling for where he went at in the draft. And Trevon doesn't have that. Trevon had the luxury of my brother going first, establishing himself in the league and being a star. And then I come after. I projected higher, went to a better university, got a higher draft pick, came in with much more prestige than my brother, and kind of was already living in that limelight before I actually did anything because of my brother. He didn't pick up the work habits from Stefon. And, Stefon didn't tell a lie, though. Like, one of the things that you have to be in this league is you have to be very kind of, duck feathers when it comes to what people say. Because
say what you want, ain't got nothing to do with me.
Got nothing to do with me. Like, hell, even us, we can look at this chat and look at online and people say different things about us.
Yeah.
Like, to his quote, like, I don't take anything personally from people that don't know me personally.
Right.
And that's the opposite of what Trevon does. Right. Trevon takes everything personally from a bunch of people who don't know him personally. And you see that in live action online and videos. Of course, we all know the Mike Leslie situation, but, he has to be able to navigate now. How do I find what this new landscape is in the world of free agency, in the world of coming back from an injury, people doubting me, people counting me out? Because Trevon has never had that.
Right.
Like, he's never had the fact of someone doubting him, counting him out, having to truly now get it from the mud like Stefon did. And so hopefully he can impart some sage wisdom on his younger brother in this process.
And you got a brother, and you know how family is over everything. And I like how he defends his brother. I'm gonna stand up for my brother. You know, and you're gonna get that passion. But I like what you said. You got a little Michael Irvin in him. That's why he pulled Cardi B. The way he talks, dude, confident.
Yeah, he's not like him.
That's why he can pull him too now.
Yeah,
that you hear him talk. He can pull him. That's why he pulled Cardi B. I know that's not what we're talking about, but that's why he got Cardi B.
You didn't want to ask him about Cardi B, but you want to talk about Cardi B right now.
That's why he pulled Cardi B.
I'm going to change directions. Shout out to our friends who are helping us out with our drive.
Lost it at 100.
For Big Brothers, Big Sisters. And we had an anonymous $50 donation, and then Law Nation donated a hundo.
Hey.
That's our guy, Law Nation. Make sure you follow him on all social medias and on his
Law
YouTube
Nation,
situations.
good dude, man.
Law's a good dude. Law is a
gets it out the mud.
Law is a grinder. Law, talented, works hard, great guy.
DLLS.
So shout out to Law Nation.
I got my new contract yet.
I'm going to change directions because the Cowboys hired a new coach today, and I'm going to do a little Recky Specky on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the Cowboys hired, let me make sure I have the name right.
Over under that Jerry can pronounce his name.
Yeah.
Under. So the Cowboys have hired from Georgia, the University of Georgia, their outside linebackers coach, Chidera Uzo-Diribe, is how I'm going to go with today. And his job at Georgia was coaching outside linebackers. His job with the Cowboys will be coaching outside linebackers.
So what does that mean about the defensive scheme? I'm there with you.
I'm
there with you. What does that say about the scheme they're going to run?
Very possible that you're going to run an odd man front with 3 down and 2 standing outside and 5-man front. And all those things are so nuanced in the NFL. And you can say the word 3-4, but it also depends what they do when they're lined up there. Like, that's who the people are. Is it 1 gap? Is it 2 gap? Because it could be the exact same as a 4-3. It's all, I don't know.
When I was talking to Javon Clowney, I'm getting all my players mixed up. He said, man, ain't nothing but the 3-4. I said, tell me about that 5-man front. He said, man, ain't nothing but the 3-4.
Right. You're putting your outside linebackers up on the line, and then we'll see, can you drop. And now, in theory, if they're going to do a lot of what we would think of as a 3-4, where the 3 down guys are very much, your job is, it's not everyone has a gap. You have that one and that one.
Right.
You have that one and that one. You have that one and that one. And then we're playing from behind you. If that is what you're going to do, it can change the sort of players that you're looking for. But the reason I brought it up, and I know he's outside linebackers, is for a team that is desperate for linebacker help, and to bring in a guy from the University of Georgia that is coaching linebackers, although it's not inside linebackers, I'm just going to Recky Specky connect the dots that it becomes very possible the 20th overall pick is an inside linebacker from the University of Georgia, because C.J. Allen is probably going to be picked in the range of 20 to 35, somewhere around there. It's not just my Recky Specky of the day. You're bringing in a guy who has experience with the guy that at Georgia is considered, like what you would say, the green dot, the heartbeat, the professional, the guy whose job is to make everybody else do their job. Like that guy. I just want to Recky Speck it out there to you a little bit.
Listen, if I know Cowboy Nation and Cowboy fans don't like anything Philadelphia Eagles centric, but if we're going to go and do what Philadelphia did and go get all the Georgia players, I'm totally fine with that.
I don't know. Now you might want all the Ohio State or all the it's changed a little bit.
Georgia going to re-up. Georgia's going to re-up. They're going to definitely get that thing rocking and rolling again. So, this, and again, you want to bring in coaches that are able to connect with the newer schemes in the National Football League, the newer type players in the National Football League, so that now you can present on Sundays things that give offensive coordinators and offenses across the league a little bit of trouble. Yeah. And if that means having athletes that can play multiple positions, and now you can use them interchangeably, like that's the new NFL. And so, again, another good hire by Christian Parker, bringing these guys into the fold. And if that means C.J. Allen is a guy that you bring in, I like C.J. Allen. Watched him a bunch this year covering college football, and strong, physical, a leader, locker room kind of guy, culture change kind of guy. So all of those things that you're talking about, what you want in a player, you definitely look at that and go, hey, Let's get
Yeah.
coaches in there.
I just throwing it out there that it becomes more possible at a position of need when you bring in somebody who is just with a guy. Because when you talk about the intangibles, like CJ Allen to me he's not 6'3". He's not 250. He doesn't run a 4.4.
Right.
He's not those things.
Right.
But he is the heartbeat
Right.
of that team. He is you want me to see it? You want me to do everything right? You want me to make sure everybody else is doing everything right? I got you. And I think when you bring in a guy who's been very close to that situation into an organization like the Cowboys where they will ask for coaches' input on players, he'd be like, he can change things.
Right.
We want that.
Right.
And that's a nice little insight to have. Coming up next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast, Clarence Hill, surprisingly, talked to somebody. We're going to hear from a former head coach of the Dallas Cowboys, Jason Garrett, on all sorts of different things, including Dak Prescott, George Pickens, things of that nature. It's all next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast. Now, I would like to break you guys some news because not only is it our Big Brothers, Big Sisters donation day, where we're bringing people into the big chair when we have a guest, and we're trying to raise money for an incredible organization and a great cause. We're also kicking in a discount on the diehards right now. It's the Big Game Week diehard sale, and it's live, okay? That bad boy is live. 60% off on our diehard memberships while we're here on Radio Row, which means instead of $79.99 for an entire year, you pay $32 for year one of diehard status. And I don't have all the notes, but I think you still get the free T-shirt.
Think you do,
And
too.
if you get a free you sure do. And if you get a free T-shirt and you pay $32 for the first year, you pretty much paying nothing. Oh, I got something for you. Hold on.
Got the hoodie on.
I think I got the hoodie on, but I think I'm rocking the 88 Club shirt.
Are you?
Let me see. I can't show my credentials.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, I got the 88 Club shirt on. So yeah, it's discounted this week only. Instead of $80, you're talking about $32 for year one. You still get your free T-shirt when you sign up, which makes it an incredible bargain for you, our friends that watch the DLLS Cowboys podcast or any DLLS show. So go ahead and take advantage of that. Take advantage of it. Sign up to be a diehard today. Do that. And once you do that, now since you saved on signing up, also go ahead and throw us 5 or 10 for the Big Brothers, Big Sisters situation. You know, do all of these things for us. When you're a diehard, you get access to all of our premium content on the website. You get an ad-free experience on the website. You get to join our Discord with the fellow diehards where all the on-air people are hanging out, the behind-the-scenes people are hanging out, all your other diehards are hanging out. And we've got a channel for each team. We got a channel for TV and movies. We got a channel for wrestling. We got a channel for food. And there's different things being added each day. So I encourage you today more than ever to sign up to be a diehard. Head over to alldlls.com/intro and get that squared away. It's the DLLS Cowboys podcast, and Clarence is on a heater. He's on a heater. Who were you just talking to?
That's Joe Milton. Joe Milton's going to come back at 11:30. So right after the show, I'm going to run down Charles Haley. We're going to try to get T.O. If you see my head on a swivel,
yeah.
I'm looking at players, not looking at women. I just want you to know. I'm just.
I know you're doing both.
You're absolutely doing both.
You
caught Jesse checking someone out?
Yeah.
I'm looking for players too.
Yeah.
Looking for folks that I know.
You're either looking for players or being a player.
Player.
It's not a candy.
You're doing something.
Where my shades at? Get my shady rays, man. Where my shady rays at?
Let's pop right into it. Former Cowboys head coach Jason Garrett is out here, and of course, Clarence found him. And Jason Garrett he's not gonna tell Clarence no. So you got to deal with Clarence for a minute. And so we got some things on Dak Prescott, on George Pickens, all sorts of stuff with JGZ right here.
Yeah, he's a fantastic player, and somebody asked me when they first got him, do you think this is a good trade? And I said absolutely, and the biggest reason was Dak Prescott. I was fortunate to be around Dak in the early part of his career, and his ability to connect with different people and his ability to bring the best out in all of those guys, is rare. And I think that's probably his greatest strength. And so when they got Pickens, I know he had some issues for different reasons in Pittsburgh, but I thought it was a good fit for them because, Dak knows how to relate to players, all different kinds of players. And I knew he would work hard to develop a relationship with Pickens and bring out his best, and that's certainly what happened.
Last one. What advice do you give to Brian Schottenheimer going into year 2 in his first head coaching?
Yeah, I have no advice to give him. I think he's done a good job, and tell him to trust his instincts.
Get back to Dak for a second. Obviously, you talk about his career has evolved from a 4th-round pick, under your watch to the $60 million franchise quarterback. Certainly, you thought a lot of him as a rookie, but did you see the type of career he's had coming?
Well, I've often said this, that I felt like I got the evaluation on Dak Prescott wrong, because I felt like he was a quarterback who could be the starting quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys for 15 years. I really did. I just thought he had everything that you're looking for in a quarterback. My biggest thing was I thought his transition was going to take longer. And the only reason I thought that, because he was a gun quarterback in college, and it was a lot of quarterback zone read, quarterback power, then drop back pass, and we were going to play under center. And he was going to have to be able to do that as well as do the stuff that we're asking him to do in the gun. And I'd seen other quarterbacks struggle with that transition and take a long time. Well, you know the story. I mean, Kellen Moore gets hurt, Tony Romo gets hurt, and now this quarterback who we drafted in the 4th round, who we think can be our quarterback in the future, has to start. And he loses his first game and then rattles off 11 straight wins, ends up going 13-2 in his complete starts his rookie year. So I don't know that I ever saw him being able to do that, being able to transition as quickly as he did. So we had a really good team. I thought Scott Linehan did a fantastic job coaching him, but he was remarkable that year. So once he did that, to me the sky was the limit, because we knew what he could do. And the kind of person he is, the kind of leader, his work ethic, the way he connects with other people on the team, it's rare. And he's worked so hard to refine his game, refine his throwing motion. And it's time way away from the normal work that you do at the facility. And he started right away. That's just what he was all about. And he was so coachable when he was young. If you told him something and showed him how you wanted him to do it, he'd go to work on it, and he'd just get better before your eyes. And there's so many examples of that. So when you have his ability, you have his mentality, you have that approach, you're going to get better and better and better as you go. And, I still believe he's just getting started. It's all in front of him.
Do people appreciate what he's done? I mean, there's so much criticism of the Cowboys and the lack of playoff success, and they have to wear it. And he talked about having to wear that gorilla 30-year drought. And does that get in the way of people appreciating the type of quarterback he is?
I don't know, but if anybody knows anything about football and watches the Cowboys play, you realize how good a player he is and how good a player he's been since day one for the last 10 years. And so whatever you're bringing to that evaluation, that's your own baggage. If you know football and you watch football, you know that this guy's a fantastic player and has been for a long time.
And you know this organization as well as anybody, obviously played there and coached there.
Given different looks.
Is it still surprising to you that they haven't been able to go
unfortunate for
in the playoffs and get back to the Super Bowl in 95?
Well, yeah, I mean, certainly you would think that by now that would happen. We have our stories when we were there, as a coaching staff, and some close games we played in the divisional round and chances to go to the championship game, but we didn't get it done. And there's a bottom line to this, and the Cowboys, until they break through, people are going to still be talking about it.
There's Clarence Hill hanging out with Jason Garrett, just getting work done. Can I tell you what my takeaway was? Can I tell you what my takeaway was from that interview?
Sure.
It's going to make me do a thing that I don't want. I hate it when people do it, but I'm just going to do it a little bit. I feel even worse for Dak Prescott than I do for Tony Romo. Like, I think they both get screwed a little bit because they were the Cowboys quarterback, and I'm a firm believer they were both good enough to win a Super Bowl. You just weren't in an organization that could put you in the place to give you a chance enough times for you to get it done.
Fair.
And I think they both had 1 to 2 chances where if you'd have played better, you might have had a chance. If other guys around you had played better, you could have had a chance. Like, I think they each had 1 or 2 real opportunities. But just when it's stuff we already know about Dak, but hearing Garrett talk about him even as a rookie, because I tell you, as a rookie out at camp, a lot of people thought Jamil Showers was a better quarterback than Dak Prescott. Yep. A lot of people. It was just like, yeah, he's not really a practice player. But just hearing Garrett talk about how it's like, yeah, we thought that later he could be good. because he's a gun quarterback and like under center is what we run. But then he just went in and did it. And then obviously all of the other things about him, like he is the ideal leader of an organization. He is the ideal character leadership sort of guy that he has to take the brunt. And I love what he said towards the end when it's just like, and this is kind of what you have to deal with when you hear from some fans where it's like, man, I just can't wait until we get rid of Dak. And I'm like, do you have any idea what you're wishing for?
Right. You don't know.
You're
football.
talking about going from and if you have a problem with the word great, fine. I won't fight you too hard. You're going from a great, very good, whatever quarterback, and your wish is just whatever's next.
Right.
You're crazy.
Right.
You are crazy. And to have to bear the brunt of organizational failure for over 3 decades on the shoulders of a guy who all he's ever done is be a late 4th-round pick who overachieved his butt off. The Cowboys were idiots in negotiations twice, and so you make a bunch of money. And they got the fan base turned on you for their failures, for how much their negotiating failures got you paid, for everything just falls at the feet of a really good quarterback. And people are so spurned and so hurt over that period of time that somehow they can get it into their brain that he's not really good.
Right.
And it's just weird. It's weird to me.
And so many people I've run to keep talking about the money, but if they could use that money, if they weren't paying Dak, it ain't about the money.
If you had a better GM, he would make less.
Right. If you had a better GM, they should have done that well before, when they could have signed him early on and they didn't see the future. What I wanted to ask him was, why was he your 2nd, 4th round pick? Y'all were on the hunt for a quarterback. Y'all were on the hunt for a quarterback. Y'all looked at all his quarterbacks, but he was your second. How was it your 2nd, 4th round pick?
Because they didn't, like, there's a difference. Like, you get to say that we liked him because you picked him.
Right.
You get to say that. But people need to own, like, I forgot what GM it was. It was like, yeah, we had a 1st-round grade on Tom Brady. And I'm like, no, you didn't.
Right.
He went in the 6th round.
Right.
You could have an all-pro quarterback. If you had a 1st-round grade on a quarterback and it's the 5th round, you'd have picked him. You picked him in the 6th?
Yeah, somebody said, yeah.
And you're not the team who picked him. Like, you're lying. Like, you didn't love Dak. There was stuff you liked about Dak, and you were interested in what he could become. And so you picked him where you picked him. But you were more interested in Connor Cook.
Yeah.
And you were way more interested in Paxton Lynch.
Yeah.
So you don't get to pretend that you were in love, but you are the team that picked him.
And again, at that time, the Cowboys were still chasing that ghost of trying to find an interior defensive lineman that they were looking for, and that's why they probably took him 2nd. It got to that point where it was like, you know what? We can't keep passing on a quarterback. We actually do need one. And they picked him, and a ton of credit to Dak Prescott, though, right? Like, because it's one thing to get into this league. It's a whole other thing to be able to adjust your game, to be able to step in after, you remember there were, it's Steven still now, but it was like a real 3 or 4 or 5 year stint where it was divided. It was Romo centric, and it was the new kid, and everybody drew a line in the sand and said, this is where we're going. This is how we're going to operate over here. And Dak put all that noise to the side, continued to work on his game, continued to get better, and just did what he could. Now, could he have played better in some of these playoff games? Sure.
Yeah. He's absolutely had, he's played in 7 of them. And probably in 2 of them, he's played poorly.
Right.
And in 1 or 2, he's played okay. And in 2 or 3, he's played really well.
And in some of those where he played poorly in was one of the opportunities, or 2 opportunities we talked about was like, this was the one. Like, this was the playoffs where the way that it had lined up for you, this could have been a deep playoff run.
Your team might be good enough this time.
Right. And so, and other times where he played really well, it was like, this next one, like these other 1 or 2 games were probably you're gonna meet your demise because those teams were just that much greater than you were. But this will go down as one of Jason Garrett's greatest draft picks, and I don't know if he'll ever go back and coach again. But to take Dak Prescott from where he was as a 4th round pick, and most people won't know the story. Most people won't know that Kellen Moore had to break an ankle, Tony Romo had to break a back, and that
Jamil Shires had to get hurt too.
Yeah,
he got hurt too.
Yeah, all these guys, no one will know that the backstory that 3 quarterbacks had to get hurt.
Then he moved to safety.
Before Dak got his shot.
I mean, I love that narrative, and yes,
I was there. Pretend it's not real.
I was there as well.
Pretend it's not real.
Very real.
I love the narrative.
It was a daily thing. Showers played better than Dak in practice.
Yes. But we know what Showers was. I like Showers. Showers
Nobody
never gonna
thought
be-
he was going to be something like
Right. No, we know what his ceiling was.
right.
Even though he was not a rookie, he was a progress stopper.
Right.
You know, and so yeah, it's cute. Yeah, he played better than him. He's playing better than them, but he was never going to be the guy. He was never going to get the job.
No.
We know what he was. Yes, if he's playing better right now, Dak still had the bigger upside.
It just makes Dak's story all that more fun and impressive to be like, no, that was real. There's a guy who was never going to play quarterback in the NFL.
Right.
And it was like, oh, he's playing it better than that guy.
And they moved him to safety.
Yeah.
You know.
I was hoping he'd be a good safety.
Were you?
Yeah, it'd be nice to have a safety who, when he picks it off, he's always a threat to throw it back across the field to somebody. That would be a lot of fun.
The thing about Dak is we hope. Okay.
We'll keep it going. We're going to keep going on our YouTube channel. But if we're on the TV side, we shut things down.
He wants to keep going.
We just
10:05.
We're allowed to just
10:05. Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
Oh, suddenly we don't have a soft close when we go over an hour?
We're not over. We'll go to 10:15 or 10:05.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, normally if we do 3 extra minutes, there's a soft close. Suddenly there's not a soft close. This is stuff I didn't know. Sorry, go ahead.
I totally forgot what I was going to say.
That's perfect. Clarence, what were you going to say?
I need
We
that
got
CTE
Ryan Lee
medicine.
Right here. I mean, listen, I got my head on the swivel, man. Listen, it's happening on Radio Row today. Today is the day.
Yeah. It's super busy. And the reason that we are going to be hanging around for an extra few minutes today is because there's the possibility that Terrell Owens is going to stop by in the next 4 or 5 minutes. And if he doesn't, then we'll end the show. And when he comes by, or if he comes by a little bit after that, then we'll record something with him and we'll get him put on the air that way. So looking forward to seeing if Terrell Owens makes it over here. And Clarence will just keep looking around Radio Row and
keep
hollering at
donating.
people.
Keep donating to Big Brothers and Big Sisters.
Oh, yeah. Let me see if I missed any. We gotten any since then? Because we still are trying to be the best. We want to raise more. Honestly, we just want to raise more than Philly.
Yeah.
If we raise more than everybody, that's great. But we just want to raise more.
We got to
Philly.
beat Philly, y'all. Come on, man. Like 5, 10, 15, whatever you can give, we got to beat Philly.
If you don't think Dallas, Texas is better at mentoring children and helping the children
Look, you
than
had
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia had the kids in the hallway punching paper mache of Cowboy players. We need better mentors. We have better mentors in Dallas.
Yeah, that's just violence. And so we need your help. And you could you can sign up to be a mentor. You can donate by using what would normally be the super chat button. You can do that and get yourself squared away in that way. Anyway, that's that. And that's what I got. Now I'm just sitting here. Now I'm just hanging out. I don't have another topic prepared.
Do we have any?
Fire in your Cowboy questions.
Do we have any super chats?
There's no such thing as a super chat. It's donation day.
I'm tripping.
I'm trying to get to the Shannon Sharp party tonight. Trying to get to the Dick Cigar party tomorrow night.
Oh, you got parties? Or you can take us?
You smoke cigars?
No, not only that, I don't want to
you
be
have
around.
to go to them damn, what you call them?
Dive bars.
Dive bars.
I do like dive bars.
To do the hoity-toity parties.
Well, yesterday we went to the islands.
We go to the island?
Salsa something. We took a ferry. Sausalito.
Which was really nice.
We took a ferry over to
If you come to San Francisco, get on the ferry, go to Sausalito. Fantastic. Like, that's my kind of place that I want to be.
We learned a word in San Francisco from everybody who's been here before when they asked where we were staying.
Yeah.
And the word is tenderloin.
Tenderloin.
We're staying in the tenderloin.
Pause.
And it's not where you want to be.
No.
But once you get clear of it,
it's not tender.
Our area's called the Tenderloin?
The Tenderloin. Yeah, we're in the Tenderloin.
Not pretty.
So when I was walking over here, I tried to take a picture. Don't say that?
No, do not say that. Do not. That is an off-air thing to say. Don't say that. Yes.
What you were trying to do?
Yes.
I think what you were trying to do is kind of gross.
Yeah, don't do that.
I mean, you can admit to people if you want
don't
to.
do that.
Okay, I won't.
Admit to people what you did this morning.
See, y'all
No, that's off-air stuff.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Tell people what you
No,
tried
I'm not
to do
gonna
this
do
morning,
it.
Clarence.
Now you're making me feel bad. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it.
Can we-
Thank you.
You make me
Thank
feel
you.
bad.
You should.
I
Don't
regret
say it
it.
on there.
Make me feel bad.
Can we have a foot
Now
race today?
Foot race?
Yeah.
You still talking about the feats?
Well, we have to have a foot race at some point. The people donated the amount of money that we had to do it.
They did.
So,
I'm
I mean,
ready.
I got my
It's-
Fabletics on. They're stretchy.
I'm
I
ready.
got my running shoes on. We could Think we could clear out a little area in here? No.
Are we gonna
no.
run in here
That would be great.
in front of people?
There is no chance because there are way too many people in the
I got
way.
my skinny jeans on. I don't know if I can stretch out. So you got the joggers on.
Yeah,
You
see,
got the joggers on.
I thought you'd build
Got
up
your dad
excuses.
jeans
I
on.
got my jeans.
Got your
on.
dad jeans on today. Got your dad
I
jeans
can't
on.
stretch it out,
You
man.
got your hookahs on,
I
though.
can't loosen
What
up.
we call the hookahs? The hookahs?
Floyd said, "Thought you got a good deal on a room, huh?" We did.
That's literally how it was.
We got a great deal.
We got a great deal.
And I tell you, the room, the hotel,
Not
nothing
bad.
wrong with it.
Not bad.
Nothing wrong
It's
with it.
tiny.
Except the Tenderloin. Yeah, but everybody else said even their hotels that aren't in the Tenderloin, they also have the tiny room.
This is a chic. San Francisco's very chic.
That's called modern.
Modern chic.
It's tiny, man.
I mean, yeah, there's no like my stuff is just in corners because there's nowhere to like put stuff.
Under the bed. There's a thing under the bed.
There's a place under the bed.
Yes. Yes.
You know, he been in the room opening up drawers and stuff.
Ain't that a?
Yeah, there's areas underneath the bed. You can slide your suitcase under there. You put the stuff underneath there. Keep it out of the
my
way.
stuff is all like, yeah, no, I ain't nothing under
Well,
the bed.
Terrell's being Terrell. He wasn't an on-time guy, right?
No.
Not really an on-time guy. We gave him his 5 minutes.
No,
We're gonna jump up out of here, and if he swings over,
We're
we'll
gonna
get an
get
interview with him, and we'll air it tomorrow.
I'm going to get Chad Johnson a sign walking through here. I got to talk to him about George Pickens. He's a George Pickens guru.
Tell Chad he's my favorite person to ever live. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. We'll see you again tomorrow. Remember, you have no idea what anybody's going through. Be cool to everybody. We love you. Be easy.
Eliminate the contingencies.
We all silly like the mayor.